All right, Raider Nation, it's official. It's been reported by basically every NFL insider, any news outlet, that Mark Davis is officially finalizing the contract to make Antonio Pierce the next head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, like this video, spam AP down in the comment section if you're excited for AP, excited to get this offseason started. We finally got the news that I think the majority of us were waiting for. AP is going to be officially the next head coach of Las Vegas Raiders. I'm excited. What AP brought to the nation, to the fan base, to that locker room is something that we haven't seen in a very long time. I mean, it's different than what we saw with Rich Bisaccia. You know, Rich Bisaccia, he got that locker room going. He got the best out of those players for that season. But Antonio Pierce is bringing truly what the Raider way is. And just the excitement that he brought the last half of our season, I think you cannot deny that for the Raider fan base, AP is the right guy. I know a lot of you wanted Jim Harbaugh. I understand that. But for in this moment right now, I do think AP is the right guy. And there's a couple reports coming out on somebody else that might come in that could help AP with the process, which I'm excited about. And in addition to that, AP did not hesitate to make moves quickly. He just made a huge move that I think a lot of us were expecting, but for him to do it this quickly just shows he's getting down to business. So let's talk about the next steps. This is going to be a quick video, but I want to jump on here because the news just got released about 30 minutes ago. But what are the next steps? Number one, I think we are going to see Champ Kelly become the new Raiders general manager. I think that's kind of a given. He was already included in all the head coaching interviews. The 3 interviews that we did, the 2 head coaches that basically were the requirement of the Rooney Rule, and then Antonio Pierce had his interview. Champ Kelly was a part of all of them. So I think it's safe to say that Champ Kelly is going to be our next GM. Now, in addition to that, Tom Pelissero, which is an NFL insider, he reported that there's a good chance that Marvin Lewis is going to come onto the coaching staff in a formal capacity of some sort. But I think that's huge. You know, you got a head coach that has a lot of experience, that is well respected, one of Antonio Pierce's mentors, to come into the building and really help Antonio Pierce with this process of becoming the head coach. So I think it's huge. I think it's going to be great for Antonio Pierce to lean on Marvin Lewis in an official capacity to help him through this process. I'm excited for that. And the one thing that I'm most excited about, that by retaining Antonio Pierce, by hiring Antonio Pierce on, it looks like we are keeping Patrick Graham. Spam in the comments down below, PG for Patrick Graham. Spam Patrick Graham like crazy, because that is the one thing that I wanted to hold on to was Patrick Graham. This is the first time since us going to the Super Bowl that we have had a defense that was feared, a defense that we could step on that field and play Raider football like we always want us to do. I mean, I am extremely excited that Patrick Graham is going to stay with us. This unit, Robert Spillane, Max Crosby, Jack Jones, Amik Robertson, Trayvon Moehrig, all these guys are going to stay here. And we are going to keep this unit together and be that defense, that top 10 defense that we know, that we learn to love. That's what I'm excited about. I am so stoked to have a defense like we had this year step back on that field and do work like the Raider Nation wants us to be. I'm so excited for that. Patrick Graham, let's keep this thing rolling. Now, next up, Antonio Pierce, you got to bring in your offensive coordinator. Why? The big move that Antonio Pierce just made is that he officially released Bo Hardegree off of this coaching staff. Now, Bo Hardegree was the kind of interim offensive coordinator. Now, he did everything he could. I'm not going to blame Bo Hardegree for any of the inefficiencies or what have you that our offense had. You know, he was never put onto this coaching staff to be the offensive coordinator. He's never called plays in the NFL. So we all knew that he wasn't going to be the guy. but Antonio Pierce didn't waste any time. He did relieve him from the coaching staff. Now it's time to bring somebody in. And the one guy that's been linked to us is Cliff Kingsbury. Now it's been reported that he is interviewing with the Chicago Bears, which potentially could pick Caleb Williams in the first round. So depending on how the interview goes, I think it'd be a wise decision for Antonio Pierce to reach out to Cliff Kingsbury, request an interview, get him in the building as quickly as possible. Because if we can get a play caller like Kingsbury onto this offense, our defense keeps rolling, we could be pretty dangerous next year, and I'll be very excited to see it. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. Are you excited for AP to be the next head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders? And are you excited for what this offseason is going to bring? I'm excited to kind of get rolling. Now that we know AP is the head coach, we understand the mentality. Now we can kind of figure out, okay, what are we looking for in the draft? I think we can start piecing together some of the next steps. But I really want to see who the offensive coordinator is. Once the offensive coordinator is put in place, I'm going to start doing some mock drafts kind of guys that I want, some player evaluations of the 2024 college prospects or NFL draft prospects coming out of college, because based on who our offensive coordinator is, there's a good chance we can now see kind of the route that we're going to go with our offensive scheme. So, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are of AP being the new head coach of Las Vegas Raiders. I'm excited. I'm ready to roll. I hope you guys are as well. If you could, please like, subscribe, turn those notifications. And as we continue in this off season, I'm going to be dropping more videos, wanting your guys' feedback. I want to interact with you guys as much as I can. So I appreciate you guys. Let's be excited for AP. Let's get this thing rolling. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm out.